with another game of hardcore Minecraft. Picking up where we left off. Hanging out in our hardcore world. The day is 147. Garuda flaps his wings excitedly. And it's time to lay down in bed. And today, what is on the agenda? The terraforming shall begin. Now, as we know, all you need is one moss block. We'll have a couple glowberries. That'll be nice. But really, it's all just about the moss block. I might have some other ones, but it doesn't matter. Moss block and plenty of bones, and we're going to be able to make quick work of the title of this. And then we'll need to go find a lush cave for various samples. The pink flowers that are characteristic, that kind of thing. There are many different objects we will have to get. But we've got plenty of iron for plenty more rails now. Which we'll just throw all in here. Good morning, and yes, welcome. And of course, the most important thing about this task is that it's going to allow me to ride the rail up to where we're going to be going. And I guess I need more minecart discipline. I need to leave it places. I think I've got an extra one just sitting over here, though. I've been wrong before so many times. Apparently I do not. Ah, there it is. Oh, it's going the wrong way. Here we go. I love this little roller coaster so much. I mean, I need to work on it a lot, but it's so awesome, I think. And even the little loops that it makes that are like, you know, not efficient, I still like them, you know. I built most of them for a purpose, whether or not that is immediately apparent. Sometimes I thought it would just be nice if we turned a little bit. You know, you don't want to be in just a straight line. It's not as interesting as having some nice interesting banks every now and then. And we arrive at our goal, the cavern. But we're going to ride to the other side anyway, because I haven't ridden the roller coaster today. And I didn't build this to be practical. I built it because it would be fun to ride it repeatedly. At least I anticipated this being true. There are creepers there. I trust we will be able to evade them quickly enough. That's, of course, a thing that we'll be working with later on. That's the cave that we shall be lushifying. That's the part that always hits my head, and that I have occasionally, insincerely said that I was going to take care of. But there's absolutely no reason to not ride this as far as it goes, which is just, you know, right up here. It's not that far. Ah, a failure. And you know, that's the thing. When you, whoops. Alright, so I've sent it. There we go. When you test going one way, it doesn't mean it'll go the entire other way. Hey, Natasha, good morning. But here we are, and that's right where we're going. I just wanted to ride over here. The sunflowers are looking sunnily. We also might pop on over right over to the sunflower plains, which is next to here, with bone meal, and bone meal up a bunch of sunflowers. because, well, one can never have enough of them. Hey, Bear. How are you doing on this fine day? Ow, why am I the way I am? Alright, so we need, like, stair access so that we don't have to, like, walk on our beautiful rail track line to get up here. But that can all exist later in the future. For right now, we are about to show the miracle of Minecraft life in all of its glory, which is when you make all of the bones into bone meal, and then you turn one moss block into an arbitrarily large amount of moss blocks. It's so cool, and I invite you to witness it with me now. Also, you can grow trees, but these aren't going to be the pretty ones. You want the ones with the little flowers on them first, like this one here. So when you bone meal this... Oh, nope, not that. The tree! Alright, I missed the tree. Alright, it's supposed to work like this. Alright, maybe it's not a legal spot for a tree to grow. Maybe I need more light. I swear this works. There you go. See? Just as I said. And you can grow your little flowering azalea things out of it. Although, I don't know. We might get rid of that tree. It just depends on whether or not it's going to block visually what we want to go on. I think... Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and pop it. It's 100% going to be in the way. It looks like it can't take over dripstone. It can take over many things, the moss can, but... I mean, stalactites are cool and all, but... The problem is that I think they grow over time, and that will, you know, get in the way visually of what we're trying to get. And this right here is why you never throw bones away. Because even though you're like, man, what do I even want bone meal for? I mean, it'll be something. You'll find that you really might have something that you find. Ah, no. Alright, I just need to get a block here. Because I don't think the azalea, these little shrubs, I don't think they'll ever naturally grow into trees, but with some bone meal and appropriate light sourcing, you know, all the things that a tree needs to live, then you can turn it into one. Which I was very, very pleased to discover. I was very proud of it. It's never, like, mattered, but, you know, it's a cool thing, I think. You never throw bones away in case you choose to bring home a lot of dogs. You know, that is also a very good reason to hold on to them. I mean, really, I barely ever throw anything away. Unless I'm in, like, sensory overload inventory mode, where I, like, desperately want to get something into my inventory, but I keep on picking up the junk I throw down. And then I just throw everything away. But that's nice, too. It's nice to throw everything away. Alright. So, we may have to do, like, a more intensive thing for some parts of this, because the walls get tricky if they don't have this sort of horizontal bit going on, right? Then it can be a little hard to get your lush cave to grow. Or here, of course, your your lush side of the mountain, for the cave is largely theoretical. But the name of the biome that we're replicating is the Lush Cave. Ish. It's like a lush cave that somebody saw on a postcard, and then they're like, I'll build a beautiful park. Oh, did you get caught on fire? What a terrible thing. Perhaps you should have stayed in the dark. Anyway, I don't really have that much pity for the zombies. We do need to get rid of the gravel, because the gravel can never grow up and become beautiful moss blocks. It's very sad, but unfortunately true. That's because I believe just the flint containing possibilities of gravel, because the bone mealing, it won't remove, coal nodes or copper, anything like that. The dripstone, it won't remove. That may well be because it spawns the stalactites and stalagmites out of those blocks. I don't know if they all do it or not. The F3 screen would probably be a guide. But yeah, I don't know if the dripstones only grow from their own things. They appear to be dripping water. I don't know if you can catch it. There's a lot of things I don't know. That won't surprise anyone. We're just going to go ahead and lay down here for the night. And then as the sun rises, we're just going to run right back to it, get back to it. We need to knock down these. Oh, there. I was about to say, we're about to knock the floor out, but we weren't. It's all fine. And I don't mind those being on that side, but I want this here to have more visibility to the outside for when we come over the top. We're going to want to be able to see through, which is the same reason why this tree was a mistake. Because what we really want right here is the visual element where we open up and we get to see all the flowers we'll have there and the cherry trees, and then we'll eventually have more cherry trees cresting that biome, and that'll be, that's the contrast that we're looking for. And there's got to be a piece of wood in here somewhere. Yes, there we go. It grew all awkward like. It's like this wasn't falling at all, so. It generated very strangely, and I don't understand oak trees anyway, but do I even have a hoe on me? Yes. Excellent. We will use the appropriate tool and throw, I think, all of my food on the ground, and throw all of my food on the ground. Just as planned. There we go. Something splashed. That's, like, kind of ominous, but it could be nothing, It could just be, like, a chicken. But it could be a spy dressed as a chicken. But even now, I'm cursing every skeleton I didn't slay. Like, what if I don't have enough bone meal? No, I'm pretty sure I have even more bones in even more places. I don't think just like 1 or 2 stacks of bones is my bone collection. And I can go get more if need be. I can just like walk around at night somewhere, see if I don't. Bye, bear. just move some of this out of the way. Because it doesn't matter if the verticality here is weird as long as the aesthetic is right. This is not a cave that we have to walk into. This is a cave that needs to just appear to be green. And Drifter, I mean, I'm reading your comment, but every time you say something that I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna like tell you I'm not gonna do it. Not every time. I don't know what that means. I also don't have any reason to want lava, and it's not on the plate for today. But I will file it away in my mind as a thing that people can do. But in general, the strategy of saying you're not listening to me will not ever make me talk to you, but I will make an exception this one time. Because I reserve the right to speak or not speak to anyone as I choose, and no one will ever, ever influence that. I don't mean to come across as rude. I am a rude person. I value your viewership, and your ideas are awesome, but I can't do all of them, and when I'm in the middle of one thing, it's hard for me to start jumping into other stuff. But if you want to see what it's like when I really don't pay attention to you, we could do that instead. You get to choose. Yeah, that'll be good. We can just, yeah, because the waterfall going down here, will it mess up the railway? No, it'll get blocked. Actually, yeah, we'll do a little span here. We'll do just a little span here that goes over the waterfall. Just a little modification. Where, yeah, we'll do this loop right here. Should be easy. I think the rail can go on top of the moss. If not, this was a mistake. Yeah, this is fine. Right here, and then we will, there, we've already got that lever set up, so we won't have to worry about another lever. And then here, and then we'll loop. We just need a couple of blocks. We can do dripstone because dripstone is useless to me. All right, and then we will, yes, right here, go ahead and get vertical. We'll need a lever on this side of it, because I think the other one might get in the way a little bit. And yeah, down right here, be just fine. Will this block turn it on? Yeah, all right, now we're talking. And that should be perfect, and it'll even go over the little waterfall, which will be excellent. Yeah, wonderful. Now the real decision is, do I get rid of this thing here? Because I think we keep it, right? Because it is important for the aesthetic from far away. It's what splits it up and makes it look like a weird jangly eye set with the mouth underneath. So we have to preserve that. Very important. An enemy? Outrageous. In my hardcore world? Oh, now that he is dispatched, we can continue on. Someone has shot me? This is particularly outrageous. Alright, now it's all sorted out. Alright, so I need to get some torches, probably more than that. Probably this many. Alright, now we have more than 100 torches, and it's time to set about getting some more light around here, because what I should have realized in our previous encounter here is that there's plenty of places where creepers could jump out and make me incredibly sad, or moderately sad, in whichever orientation they chose that day. Because I hate it when my stuff gets blown up. Oh, it makes me so hot. It makes me feel like I can't breathe whenever I see a creeper destroy one of my wonderful creations. It's like, give me a suit of armor and like a chariot, and I would go and dispatch every creeper in the whole world. Oh, it makes me so mad. No one has ever hated a creeper more than me when they just like casually blow up some dirt in my village. It doesn't even have to be anything big. We've got a very interesting dripstone cave here, which we're not going to bother too much. We do want to be careful that if we go down, like, we're not just taking the full hit down, because you still can take damage from the spiky guys. You can get impaled. End up as a cautionary tale for sure. Alright. No point in diving down here unless I see iron. We're really just trying to make sure that even if there's like some zombie raid that spawns, or some fool with a fishing pole down here, it'll be far enough away from us to where they won't be messing with our plans to have a beautiful, peaceful Jurassic Park. All we'll need are the dinosaurs. Once we build the park, I'm sure that the rest will just fall in together. And I'm trying not to break the dripstone to move around. Makes it take slightly longer to navigate than before. But, you know, it's worth it to preserve the natural beauty of the place. And that would be a cool, like, bullet coaster line anyway. And it occurs to me, for the first time, that... So, we've seen, like, with the pig coaster, or the one... Like, if you have mass, you can jump off. So, if I have, like, a different roller coaster, I can jump it at the end and then, like, get it onto the main track. Or I could do, like, a loopy jump, maybe? Oh, this is a good idea that has popped into my head. It is going to be tremendously fun to try to implement. Now, will it work? Unknown. What else do I need to confirm today? I need to confirm the fortune with the axe. I think fortune 3 gives you more melon seeds. Or that fortune gives you more melon seeds. I think that fortune 3 always gives you 9, just based on the 1 melon I hit last night, because I got 9 melon slices rather. And if that is true, then it actually makes the melon farm pretty swift, even for an end game thing, because if you can just hit melons and immediately just cycle a thing, You say, so I'll love the changes to Minecart in beta test? I suppose I need to learn more about that. Alright, so we've got rather an excellent amount of progress here, but we're just going to keep on going until we ran out of bone meal, because, I mean, that's why I brought the bones, after all. And at a certain point, we might try to come through and be like, all right, let's remove, you know, these levels. Because, of course, then you're really kicking the can one down further. But when it's more inside, it's easier. But then you end up having these weird overhangs. The thing about moss is, too, that moss is, like, just as vulnerable as dirt, or maybe even more so, to being broken by creeper explosions. So it's a very tense thing to build all of this, knowing that our great enemies, the explosive men, could be anywhere. Hey, Jimmy. You're playing your favorite game. What's your favorite game? Wonderful. Just wonderful. We'll get a nice little seed block there. I was like, it didn't work, but it did. Sometimes you just gotta go a couple of places around, and then you'll see that your lush cave is actually jumping further than you knew. We don't need that there. Your favorite game is Meme C? I don't guess I'm familiar with that one. There's a lot of games I haven't heard of. Alright, so that's all the bones, unless it's not. There's only a single bone there, which is not enough bones. There's definitely way more bones at chests in the village, but that's okay. We don't need to work on that right now. We can just run over here and then minecart our way in. We'll be able to see what it looks like and get a test going, even though I already know it works. But I don't, because there's that new span, even though I know that it works, because I think I turned it on. That doesn't mean it works. It just means that I think it does. And oh my goodness, it's gonna be so good. But first, we need to shuffle this drowned off a little bit. Now that that's taken care of, and now that this is taken care of, I wish they dropped iron or gold, but they just dropped copper, which is good too. Nothing wrong with some nice copper. Foundational element. Gotta have it. I mean, not for Minecraft, but, you know, for stuff. I'm like, why don't I ride up to the top first, and then we can ride back down? There would be no reason to not do it this way. Absolutely no reason. Okay. It's not fast enough right here. Well, the speed loss we don't have to have, so I'm just gonna fix this right here for a second. And continue with the test. But now, it's time. And it actually looks like really pretty from far away. What I love about this view of it here is that the cave doesn't look entirely unnatural, even though the waterfall looks a little suspiciously cute, you know. But the cherry trees in the middle of the lake, that's clearly, you know, not generated. I've never seen a cherry tree that low naturally. And that would be an odd place. But it's still, like, it's not jarringly artificial, but when we approach, it'll be like, oh, okay, this is a little different. But, you know, we've got a lot more work to do. I need to go get a lot more hanging vines and those cool pink flowers. And we might grab, like, a whole bunch of clay and stuff, too, for that sort of thing. Axolotls. You know, there's a lot of things that we would need to really dress this cave up some. And I'm just, like, so proud of all of this. F3 and H, what's that do? Advanced tooltips? Well, all the things that it's telling me are just more components. But I'm glad that that is a tooltip that I know now, or a hotkey. Always interested to learn more about the F3 screen. I was looking at that instead of the Lush Cave. But, you know, that's fine. It's okay. I had my inventory open for the whole big reveal. It's pretty reminiscent of when I would throw the Eyes of Ender to try to find this stronghold, and then I would just, like, look away immediately and be like, wait, where did it go? Yeah, what I should do is have this one just turned off. And then that way, you know, like a smart person, you could go one way or the other, but you wouldn't have to worry about it looping around. But real quick, first off, do I have many more bones? Yes, we have many more bones. It is as I suspected, but I was not sure. I should make another chest. I should have made more chests a very long time ago, but I'm going to do it now. I'm just going to put it right here because this is a good place for a chest that's just going to be filled with stuff that you don't particularly want to be carrying. Like dripstone, who cares about it? Not me particularly. Clean up our bundles a little bit. There's absolutely no reason for any of these things to be in a bundle. Except the furnace. I mean, clearly there's a good reason for the furnace to be in a bundle. Alright, so. Good. We will just put some of the rails in here. We will put a rail onto the ground. Now we'll know that this is a chest for rail materials. It'll be very clearly denoted there. I've never made any kind of statue. But I need to go and get some glowberries down before we go anywhere else. We'll block this coal up real quick and throw it in here. The ender chest is a great place to keep large amounts of coal blocks. I really shouldn't have the ancient debris in there. That makes no sense. The goat horn we want, because, you know, we need to be able to bellow a challenge to our enemies. But I need to cook the ancient debris down. And that'll be my second scrap. And then if I just get 2 more scraps, I found the pattern the other day in the Bastion, so then I can get 1 piece of netherite armor. I don't know where I put the other scrap. Inside the house, somewhere. I might have dropped it on the ground. It's right here, next to the netherite upgrade templates, but... Need to plant the glowberry? I do need to plant the glowberries. I'm going to go do that right now before we go hunting for more materials. Everything's such a mess. You know, one day I'll build a house. And after I build a house, we'll be able to organize things a little bit. Maybe, so it's day 150 right now. Maybe on day 200, we'll build a house. And then maybe on day 300, we'll build a vault and organize the inventory a little bit. And then maybe on day 5 million, no, I'm just playing. No one's ever going to live that long. I don't have any seeds with me. Garuda is going to be annoyed. Don't worry, boss. I'm on it. Black cat? No, just a cat with tuxedo feet. That's okay. It's a good cat. But it is not Black Cat, the cat that I need. Some seeds for Garuda, and we're going to go ahead and lay down for the night. Now we need to go plant our glowberries. We'll put our levers into the appropriate chest along with all this other minecart related junk. Alright, so we're sorted there. We've got a bucket, we've got a brush. No! No, no, no! Okay, I guess it didn't blow up the chest. But maybe I shouldn't be having chests out in the open. I hate creepers so much. Where did that one even come from? You know, it doesn't matter. That golem sure paid the price. The anvil fell down, so it blew up the dirt underneath it, and the anvil just plopped. That's pretty funny. I hate creepers so much. Anyway, now instead of doing any of the stuff I was gonna do, I have to fill this hole in the ground in again, break the anvil, and move it up a level. No, we'll just leave it down there. A monument to my failure. There we go. Yeah, you can still work on the anvil there. You know, the creeper hated the symbolic railway chest because he knew it would be too clear what I was keeping in it, and that made him upset. Yeah, if it would have got this chest too, it would have been a mess. This is probably why you shouldn't keep your stuff out in the open. But, you know, if a creeper ever blows up one of my chests and ruins all this stuff, I'll probably just quit the game. Like, forever. Me dying won't do it, but you can totally break my spirit by, like, messing with my stuff a little bit. It wouldn't even take much. I am a tremendously weak person. If you prick me, I do bleed. But we're gonna go ahead, run over, and get a couple of glowberries planted, but I should bring some bones with me. We won't need, of course, to bring any moss blocks, as there are many, many moss blocks there. And we'll just run it rather than riding it, because, well, there's a lot of twists and turns on the ride, and I think we want to plant our first ones from the top anyway. Oh. Very hungry. Got to get some hunger taken care of. There are so many things to do. But as with everything in Minecraft, it's nice to take a small minute to be reflective of how much has already been done. You know? Look at all of the train tracks. They really are expansive. I was just staring at the screen last night intently, walking backwards or forwards, putting things down. It's the best. Eat the rotten flesh? Are you trying to poison me? I've already eaten some for the advancement. I don't see the need to eat any more of it when I have delicious breads. Alright, so I was supposed to do some bamboo scaffolding thing, but I don't remember where the bamboo is, and I may not have ever gotten any. And whatever, you know. If we fall down on a spike, we could die, but I think we got rid of all the spikes here. So, what we need to do is get glowberries planted. For that, we'll need moss, and for that, yeah. Alright, so, first things first. We just need to go over here a little bit, run down quite carefully. And there we go. We're bone mealed there, and now we've got 4 moss blocks. So the ideal place for these vines, because we only got 3 to start. It's kind of hard to say, because you would think like right there maybe, or up there. Maybe that is the right answer. Just like there to start, and then, yeah, seems decent. So to get there, I think we go through the top, because scaffolding is a mystery that shall never ever be figured out. Ah, yes, the totem. Good call. The totem, just in case. Totem in the offhand, very important for building roller coasters. If I die, let them say it was doing the thing I loved, playing video games. There we go, there's one. There's 2. Which giggles? But where? Internal space underneath this place, most likely. Nothing to worry about. If we see them, we will swiftly strike them down. Alright, we'll need to just go right here. And we can get the angle for that. Good, good. Did I really not have water in this bucket? Agony of agonies. It would have been so nice to have a little water thing here. Well, you know, we're close to the surface, right? Oh well. This night will give us a good opportunity to get more lights down. We definitely need many, many more torches here, which this ridiculous darkness is a good indicator for. Now, we've got in there covered well enough, but there we've got still quite a problem. A trident, you say? Give it to me? You know, it was not to be, but, you know, we're not terribly surprised by that. We already have one trident. Why do I not have water? Well, sometimes I forget to do what I'm supposed to do in Minecraft. If you watch me very often, you'll be very familiar with that. Alright, so. An excellent killing. A devastating performance. Get away from my trees forever. It makes me so mad thinking that a creeper could just be out there and then destroy everything I love. It makes me so mad. But that looks nice. Oh yeah, it lights up wonderfully at night. We just need a couple little angry lava fall things. We can go into the nether and get some lava buckets here one of these days. Another trident, magnificent. Alright, so clearly we don't get the trident. But that was always going to happen. We were never going to get the trident. We're going to lay down here on the riverside. It's very nice and calm laying down on the riverside. So. With all of that taken care of. What we need to do now is go get stuff. Do we need inventory managed first? No, I don't think so. We can just throw this trash away. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. I hate you so much. Third-person elite sniping. Alright. I really don't like them. If they would just kill me and leave my stuff alone, it would be fine. I wouldn't care if they did 10 times as much damage, as long as they didn't mess with my tracks. And this jerk is, like, real wise, staying underneath the tree, but... And now we get bones. Lots of bones needed. Alright, so, before we go anywhere else, clearly we need more torches around here. And then I need to go to a Lush cave and get some stuff. Try sleeping underwater next time. I sleep underwater sometimes. It's good fun. Plus, it's nice to do when you need breath and you realize you could just lay down in bed where you don't need to breathe. Now, there may be slightly closer Lush caves, but we're going to go to the one where we know where it is, although I don't think we've actually been inside of it. There are enough azalea trees there to where we can quite confidently believe in it. And you know, putting a bunch of random torches around, you might think, doesn't that annoy you? Not as much as creepers do. Nowhere near as much as creepers do. So this is just the price we have to pay. Like, I literally don't care anymore. Where are they all coming from? I'm gonna lose my mind if they ever mess with me again. Alright. Hopefully this will serve as a deterrent. Alright. And now it is time to go boating. There's a drowned there. We're just gonna ignore him. They like to think they're doing well, but I mean, he's just a drowned. But importantly now we have flower forest. And although it is not technically the goal, I do need to get a tulip field. But this is just the best river of all the rivers. Cherry trees all around. Sunflowers on the banks. Tulips and the like. And here... a nice, scary little dripstone cavern. Very nice. Very ominous. We just need to go over land right here. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. Like build a canal system. Like only ever travel with the idol in my offhand. That would serve me well, I'm sure. But here we are in sunflower fields forever. The beautiful fields. And I believe you can just bone meal it up and then you get, well, not a sunflower there or there. All right, maybe I was wrong in the sunflower plains, but maybe you have to go to a specific place they're already growing? No. Alright, so there's a limited amount of sunflowers, and they never ever want to grow anymore. I thought more would grow. It does not seem to be so. Well, then it makes me sad to crack this one open, but... yeah, we get an oxeye daisy there. Yep, it's just, reds, yellows, whites. Yeah, I guess you can't grow sunflowers with bone meal. Or if you can, I don't know how. Tried it all around. Tried it in the exact space where one grew, maybe? Nope. Doesn't want to work. Bone meal the sunflower itself. Oh! Apparently you can do that. Okay. I did not know that. There you go. Well, that's simple enough. Easy. Huh. Huh. I guess you could just automate flowers then, depending. I don't know if dispensing bone meal dispenses it out, as if it were an arrow or an egg. I would have to check that out. But if it does, then that would be pretty funny, because you could just bone meal press it and then it would drop and you could have it like go into a hopper and then, you know, you could just have infinite sunflowers, or rather arbitrarily large amounts of sunflowers. Infinity is a concept that would not apply. But I've got sunflowers, and now I know, I guess you can just, like, put a sunflower down anywhere and bone meal it and get more, so there you go. The bone meal concept keeps on growing. Well, you know, it would be funny, Natasha, if I got a taste for automatic farming, but it was just, like, to get flowers. That would be very much me. Like, yeah, I set up a fully automated system. It creates 660,000 tulips an hour, you know, for all of your tulip-related needs. You can grow a vast field. Yeah, because you say that, but just clicking on it made me think of the other automatic farms I made, which were just like, that's why I figured out like the auto smelter thing in the first place in the auto composters, because I was sitting there clicking on the composter with sugarcane. I didn't know about books yet. I was sitting there clicking on the composter with sugarcane. It's taking forever. Or like I've got the dispensers with the eggs because I was sitting there clicking for, you know, 5 minutes throwing eggs at the wall, and I was like, there's got to be a better way. But then I got a trial ruin map, and I went down to a trial ruin, and I saw a dispenser there, and it had water, and then like this other stuff, and then it all just sort of derived from there. At least I think that's the order of how it happened. You know, it occurs to me that there's like definitely another portal like right over by where we're going already, but try to level up to level 50. I already got to like level 68, but I spent it all. I think it was 68. It was pretty high. Killing the dragon gave you like sounds of experience. Automatic pumpkin farms? Just stop. Just stop. You're gonna ruin me. Even just telling me the words might have infected me forever. I kid. I like inspiration. After all, sometimes I just don't do the things people tell me. Like your efficient ways of gathering iron. Whatever you want to call it. Monsters. But we're just gonna go in this direction. I'm like pretty sure we're going in the right direction. And if we're not, after a while, I'll just find a ruined nether portal, crack it together, and walk back home. Because now I feel confident enough to do that. And who knows, maybe we'll find a fortress where I don't know. Maybe finding a second fortress would be fine. Maybe we'll find a bastion. There's definitely reasons to find more bastions. Uh, For example, I have been led to believe that the finest of all musical achievements can be found only within bastions. A desk known only by its name, Pickstep. But I have never heard this. No, I have to say, with the idol in my offhand, I do feel better. I feel better about everything. Like right there, I was falling, I was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I probably won't die. 3 creepers sat in a field. Nobody knows what happened to them next. We had to put the bow in the offhand for looting, you know. Even though I've never used a single thing of gunpowder in all of my Minecraft time, I theoretically could someday. Just like how I hadn't used the bones for a while, and then I all of a sudden did. Spiders are very brave and tough. It's no wonder everyone's afraid of them. A lot of them in this field, huh? But I think we just strike out this direction for a bit, and then we should find what we're looking for. You say if Lanaran is the Beethoven of Minecraft Picksteps, the Moonlight Sonata? Nice. That influential, huh? For centuries to come, people will be speaking of the legend of Pickstep and how it was the ascendant form. Very nice. I can't wait to find it. You know, I thought I was going in the right direction. This is such a weird little thing there. It has all the markings of being like an intentional formation, and then you get closer to it and it's just a little thing. That, however, looks like an archaeology site. So we're gonna run down, make a bed on the bottom of the ocean, and then get to archaeologizing real quick. Wait, no. We should get the bed closer to the site. I think it's a site anyway. It could just be a coincidence with magma cubes. But we'll figure out. You know, now I'm thinking that it is not an archaeology site. Just the little globeries. But it is a nice time to sleep, so let's just lay down, calmly surrounded by the kelp. Pick up the bed again? Of course we'll pick up the bed again. We see here the way that the pillars are supporting one strata of the floor is pretty interesting, such that it appears to be the ocean floor, and then underneath it, oh, more ocean all the way down. But I think we go like this way, maybe, if we want to go to the place that I'm trying to find. Or something. There's a big old ruined portal there on that hill. So we might as well go there and see what's going on. I mean, it's probably going to be nothing. I might have already even stolen the gold from it. That's always a shame. When you come across a grave you've already robbed. And you're like, oh, who could have done this? You monsters! And then you get a little closer and you recognize your little tool scratch marks on the ruined nether portal. And you're like, oh. I'm sure whoever took this had a reason they deemed good at the time. I shouldn't have ditched the rotten flesh, even though it's useless. If you could get a cube of flesh, so it would take up less space. I don't want more compacted rotten flesh for myself. It's for my inventory space. And as I said I was going to the nether portal, I was like, you know what? Let's not go to the nether portal. 'Tis a silly place. Really, I also forgot I said I was going to do it immediately. That's the sort of thing that leads me not to make promises. This is just beautiful. And we've got Tulip Land. You know, even though the point was to get a bunch of lush cave materials, this flower forest is a little too alluring for me to pass up. So yeah, I think it's tulip time. We're still going to go to the lush cave. I mean, we're still going to go. But first... Oh yeah, I haven't even picked up the tulips in this world. I always pass by, I'm like, no, we'll come back some other time. But that time is now. Oh wait, no. Why am I doing it this way? I should remember that a real champion farms flowers like this. No, that didn't go how I thought it would. There we go. Like this. And then we'll just do some of these. And then afterward, we'll just run around. The only thing is you have to give it just a little bit of time to roll first. And then you can move. And is this any faster than not doing it? I mean, maybe. Probably not. Probably not. I mean, probably not, right? When it's a big field like that, it feels like it could be. You know, when it's dense and flat, probably yes. I would say definitely yes then. But when it's the side of a mountain or there's slopes, like because the water gets weird, it doesn't always do what you think it should want to do. The durability on the shield is relatively low, but you shouldn't worry about that, as I am relatively unlikely to use the shield for any purposes. There's never been a person with more contempt for their shield than me. I mean, it's a valuable member of the team, but like in a way where I'm only paying lip service to it and I don't actually, you know, use it. The only thing I really use the shield for is to avoid killing a creeper myself, because if I ever do it hand to hand, they always blow up because I'm very dumb. And so I use the shield now to just stand up in front of the creeper. Alright, couple stacks of tulips. We need more orange ones. We need more of all the ones that aren't red, so we'll just see about that. And what better than more red tulips? No, I mean, red's a great color of tulip. Everybody knows that. But I prefer to paint the roses red. Alright, that's enough tulipery. I believe tulipery would be the proper name for the husbandry and acquisition of tulips. We would have to ask a Dutch person. I bet they get that a lot. I bet that's like the offensive national stereotype. Whenever like you're mad at a Dutchman, you're like, why don't you go speculate on some tulips, you Dutchman? I'm sure that that's the sort of thing that people say. But I'd be too afraid to ask them. It's probably a grievous insult to bring up the tulip mania. They're like, everybody knows 2 facts. No, I know, but I know more than 2 facts about the Netherlands. But when you're picking tulips, which one are you going to think about? This is so pretty. I can't stand it. It's gorgeous. It's the most perfect little river. Do I have a Silk Touch Diamond pickaxe? I do. I do. I have it's Silk Touch Efficiency 3 and Mending. I need to get it slightly improved, but I mainly only use it, you know, for special occasions, to pick up the Ender chest, or when we're farming the gold flecks in the Nether, because y'all taught me that you can smelt them into full gold. There's a nice little sunflower village here. Now, we don't need anything from this village, but we might as well show up, see if they want to give any tribute, unless we've taken it already. Hey, some hay bales, wonderful, some tribute. You know, they might have some problems that we'll find out about when we show up. And that's the thing, is you always got to show up to the village, talk to the people, figure out, you know, what they need. Very important. Where's my ender chest? We're going to put the tulips in there. Why? I mean, an interesting question. Glad you asked it, because it seems like a great place for them. I love that thing so much. It's the best of all the chests. Ah, little lava pool place. Very nice. Do I have any extra buckets? I think I... Nope, no extra buckets. That's all good. Say I need to take a beehive and be careful of the stinger. Yeah, you put a campfire underneath it, and then you can take it at nighttime. You can chip the things out, or you can do it with Silk Touch. But you put a campfire underneath it, very important, to smoke up the bees and make them calm and docile, and not. I believe the technical term is anger pants. That is what the bees often are. If you hit the hive, they become anger pants. That is a very technical term. Mainly used only to describe bees. That cat is having a time. You know, I think they're there on purpose. I don't think that cat's in any kind of distress. Black cat? No. No. Little tuxedo cat. Still a very nice cat. You know, the village seemed good. That's good. You know, it's nice whenever there's a village that doesn't need anything from you. Just wants to give you the tribute anyway. We'll put the hoe back in the bindle and lay down for the night, and then You're a real life beekeeper? You have an apiary? That's cool. I have never kept them myself, but there was this old man. He's no longer with us, as they say, that I knew growing up. Old Fred and his family. They had like a family farm. They grew lots of different things, but they did have bees, and their honey was amazing. If you've ever heard me tell a story about working in the farmer's market and waking up like really early in the morning and getting like $20 for the day, that was working with Fred and his family. And let me tell you, I mean, $20, that was a lot of money. I wasn't upset for making $20 for working, 10 hours or whatever. To me at 12 years old, that was really, really making it. But I never helped him with the bees or anything. That was like one of his special projects. They didn't really sell very much of the honey. It was mainly a thing that they did, for friends. But he's passed away quite some time ago. God, must be like 20 years now. But he was old whenever I was a boy. And I am an old person now, so. But I'm sure he would be pleased to know that we still fondly remember him and his magnificent honey in my family. And I'm sure many other families do too. Fred was a great man, made a positive impact on a lot of people, myself included. Good honey too, just the best. But we now come upon the jungle, so we're going to be able to get a bunch of bamboo. It's super easy to get any amount of bamboo. Hey Treasure Rat, we are working on the Lush Cave terraformation, so we actually did like a whole bunch of it already. It looks pretty cool over with the roller coaster. It's really just roller coaster and roller coaster accessories that we're doing. But right now we're heading to the Lush Cave, where I believe it is over here, because we should be hitting what I call the confluence of biomes here, which right here on the other side of this, we should find what I'm looking for, which is where it was an early place that we had found in the discovery. So there should be jungles, there should be swamps, and there should be like a little interior cove, a lagoon, with a bunch of lush cave indicators for it. I would be surprised if we don't see an azalea tree regardless, but I believe we are right on track to go to the place that I recognize. Oh, and there's a little spruce jutting in there too. So we're going to the Lush Cave because we need glowberry samples, principally. But yes, this is definitely where we are. Here we go. This is one azalea tree, but there's going to be like 8 in here. We're going to go in from the inside of the lagoon. That should be minimal water, or rather minimal digging required to get there, because we're not sure where it is. There's our nether portal entrance, which we will nether portal back out when we finish this up. I'm glad we didn't nether portal in, because we found, plenty of wonderful flowers and the like. But we'll take that, and then it'll just be a swift run home from there. Which, if I was taking a really focused view on getting here, I would have taken another portal in the first place. But you know me. Focus in this economy? Who can afford to be focused? All I can do for you is randomly look in a direction and say, ooh, shiny. And I hope that'll be enough. But first, we need to test a thing for fortune on this axe. I saw a melon, and that will let us test it. Very important, the result here, because it may be that getting fortune on an axe is like the greatest thing, and I was just trash talking it because I didn't comprehend how wonderful it would be. I love this little area here. If I were to build my house in a weird sand place, it would definitely be by a Badlands. But if I were going to build it in a second one, it would be right here. So I saw a melon. Do I remember exactly where it is? No, thank you for asking. A little bit rude of you to ask a question you already knew the answer to, but thank you for asking. If I knew where the melon was, here it is. I found it. So, moment of truth. How many of these am I going to get? We picked up just 5. Okay. So that's a lot, but it wasn't 9. And that time we get 5 more. So I think fortune gives you more, but I'm not positive. Last night, I think I got 9 off of 1, which is crazy. Very efficient. But I didn't know if it was going to be 1-to-1. I need to see about getting Silk Touch on an axe, because if you could Silk Touch a melon and get a pure melon, then that will be very, very efficient indeed. But we're just going to get a little bit of bamboo. You don't need a ton to get a collection going. But in for a penny, in for a pound for bamboo, so we might as well get a bit more. Except there's none immediately around, so how far am I going to go for some? Across the water? Would it be quicker to climb up here or go across the water? It'll be quicker to go across the water. No doubt. No doubt at all. There also could be panda here. And if there are panda, what a fortuitous moment that would be. We would point at them and excitedly say, "Panda!" But you know, like with real enthusiasm. Because right now, there's just the prospect of possible panda, but not actual panda. There's the old buried treasure from way far in the past. The telltale door. The telltale chest. Alright, now that we have almost a stack of bamboo, we'll be in good shape to go for the Lush Cave, which we'll just dive like deep here, and that'll be likely the way to go. We didn't even take the Heart of the Sea out of this one, because I probably said at the time, I now remember myself saying, I'm like, I don't care about these, no one's ever been happy to find a Heart of the Sea, oh my god, I don't care, something along those lines. I should bring extra food. I do have extra food. I have a whole stack of hay bales in the ender chest, so that's like 3 stacks of bread that I've just got basically in my inventory that I can access anytime I need to. Plus those hay bales there. But thank you. I do often forget to be prepared with my stuff, but I think I've got a good setup here. So we're just gonna go right down here by the door and dive. Here at 20, we're just going to go down a little bit and hit another cave and hit another cave. Excellent. So what I'm doing here is just making the opening bigger so that I will be likely to be able to find it. Yeah, there we go. So whenever I come out of this place, I'll be able to look up and at least be like, all right, there's the daylight, unless it's on this side too, and that was unnecessary. No, we've got a weird little internal space here, so. There we go. The torch will clearly indicate for the surface, and then once we get up here, it'll be a cinch to find the top. So we'll just go down further. And of course, in addition to the general lush cavery, we're looking for diamonds as always. Lapis, I would normally ignore, but look at this. We have found our way in. There's always iron that we need, gold, you know, so basically all the resources. But we're about to go into a new Lush cave. And it's pretty. Good stuff. Of course, a Lush cave is very unlikely to be highly dangerous like other underwater biomes or underground biomes. That's just because in a Lush cave, this music's too pumping. It's distracting me. It's because in a Lush cave, you've got all the lights from glowberries, which makes it very unlikely that you're going to have to deal with some of the more severe problems, like a spawn of 14 ghouls, ghasts, and goblins. And I know you're saying none of those are in the games except ghasts. Well, you know, it's a figure of expressions. I wanted to use the G sound. So I will need to remember how to get out of here. I mean, not really, because if it doesn't matter if you ever get back to where you're going, you can always get out of anywhere in Minecraft, right? You just go straight into the side like until there's nothing else to get. But I'm supposed to be hunting for these green things, and I was supposed to make scaffolding to try to get to it, which was the whole point of the bamboo. I remember, I mean, in the indistinct way that you can't really call it remembering, but I remember so we need string. And I think I just said I literally will never need string for anything and threw it away. So, you know, that's funny. We'll have to wait for scaffolding until we get string. But we've picked up another spore blossom. Can you grow spore blossoms out of spore blossoms? These are questions. And Enderman whoops, he clearly is not interested in the sorts of things that I'm interested in. And that song had a modem tone at the end of it, which is pretty annoying. It used to be a wonderfully happy sound. It would mean that you were about to get on the internet. But now, like much of the knowledge of the past, it's just an annoying sound. Ooh, pillars. And it looks like this is the way down, so we're going to do a traditional exploration method. And now, freshly armed with water, into the beautiful cave. This place is pretty nice. I mean, they're all nice caves, but this one's pretty nice. Geode? Geode. Alright, we're finally going to get to do the thing I've been threatening to do for a long time, and make a freaking spyglass. Oh, this is going to be the greatest day of my life. Oh, and the geode looks out into the Lush cave. This is a nice little vista here. Alright, so we've got our amethyst shards now. And if I had copper, I could immediately make this. I think copper is what you need, but I don't have any copper. because I always throw it down and say, no one wants this, literally no one would ever want copper for anything. Well, you know, that's true every day except for today. There's diamonds over there. Can't believe I'm about to say this, but is it too much of a hassle to go get them? No. They've got some nice little volcanic pools over there. That's pretty nice. We've got an Enderman right there. Not so nice. Like, he thinks I'm worried about him, but I literally have just seen gold and I forgot he existed. Ah, why would I do that? Oh, well, there's water there. That one I don't consider a boneheaded move, merely bad planning. There's not a warden down here. This is not a deep dark. But if there was a deep dark, I would simply not go. I would notice it and then I would turn back around. I would say nope, 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 nope. Man, I pulled that shot really weird, and the knockback there, pretty bad. Shot in him. I do carry a furnace on me. Here's the thing, though. If I put a furnace down, I'll do one of two things. I'll stand by it and forget what I was doing, or I'll put it down and then leave it and never come back. So I usually only smelt things if I have to or when I get home. Because I guarantee you, if I put a furnace down right here to smelt things, I will not pick up the stuff out of it, no matter what. You could promise to give me $1 million, and I would simply not believe you and forget the furnace. It occurs to me I don't have space for bones in my inventory, which is terrible. I very much need bones. There we go. Every time I see a place, I don't think anything anymore except I could put a roller coaster here. Diamonds! Oh yeah, so many diamonds. Now, of course, I don't need them, but it feels good to pick them up anyway. Alright, the spore flowers are all really difficult to get to. It's a beach down here? And now we're in an ocean? Alright, so I don't understand how this game works at all. I guess the, is this another geode? Yep, this is another geode. I guess the Lush Cave is terminating there above us. Hey, string, I could use that to make something. If I die, I hope it's because I was trying to manage my terrible inventory. Oh, so I'll need diamonds if I want to test every trim in the game. You know, it doesn't sound like something I'll want to do, but I might. So, okay, good reason to hold on to diamonds. This geode is... Alright, so the spike of tuff and everything comes down into this geode. Fascinating. Fascinating stuff. Oh wow, what an efficient spider. Very brave. Oh my god, I was just trying to make one thing here and it's making me pick up all of this garbage. Why even have an inventory size at all? Then I could carry everything in the whole game and never care about it. That would be good, right? Alright, so I have no idea how scaffolding works. Let's figure it out. I know you're saying, is mining gold the same as figuring out how scaffolding works? Well, there's not a literal connection, dude. Like, there's that diamond right there. How am I ever gonna go up there? Okay, so it goes out sideways, but not up. All right, this is I don't get it. Oh, you can move through it. Now I get it. But it doesn't work like that. Okay. And then you can crack the whole edifice there. Okay, yeah, this is going to be wonderful. Scaffolding. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I think I'm getting it. This is definitely going to be the thing to do to freely move around and get things from inconvenient places. Actually, now I may have to change my standard for what inconvenient places are. Hey, diamonds. So I don't really want to get any of the ones that are, you know, over a massive drop, but perhaps I have no choice. As there don't appear to be any in here. Alright, here's one. Oh, alright. So I don't understand how they work. I don't understand at all. I don't know why it won't go up. Why won't it go up? It went up in the other place. I don't care. I don't care. I'm never going to use this stuff again. None of this matters. This wandering trader is wandering around. Perhaps he's got some nice wares. He's got dyes and orchids. You know, orchids are fine, but... Alright, and we're just gonna go hop into the nether. And it should be a short little jaunt home. But we've got our nether little highway set up. It's not much of one, but we know that it's more or less navigable. And the pillar will lead us to the entrance. You know, when we get to the appropriate side. But now we'll be able to run down, well, we can't call them stairs, they're not stairs. We'll be able to run down blocks and make our way to our waiting nether portal. Portal noise intensifies. And as we load into the nether, come on, load in. Aghast cries, we're just going to get a little bit of distance, look around, make sure we don't have anything sketch going on. Orient ourselves in the direction of spawn, and then just get traveling along this route. Alright, now that that's sorted out, we'll just keep on going this way, and it won't take too long for us to be at home. Just a nice quick little jaunt. And even if a ghast gets all ghasty on us, we'll just keep on running. Who cares? Not me. Oh, you wanna go? Don't have a lot of friends around, man. I'm not sure if I'm going the wrong way now. I might have turned entirely around. Ah, man! No, I think we're okay. I just, I forgot how circuitous this route was. Probably. Either that or we're going the wrong way. No, this is the right way-ish. It's just a terrible, terrible route. But, you know, I'm sure we built it for reasons that felt good at the time. Like to get around the lava lake in the middle. So much for it to be hard to get lost. I mean, it would be very easy to get lost. Because if I didn't know the path to another portal, I wouldn't know what each portal was or what direction to go in. Why am I so bad at this? I think it's because the hog runs in such an unpredictable way that it screws up all of my normal, like, breathing and planning patterns. Like, without all of these blocks, you think I would ever be able to, like, come back here and be like, oh, I'll go this way and then I'll find spawn? It wouldn't happen. For example, right here, I already got lost again, and I know exactly where I am. Like, don't I? Don't I know where I am? Yeah, like, I know exactly where I am, and yet I couldn't see it. And I knew where I was. Hard to get lost. It's just a ridiculous thing to say to me. Hard to get lost. As if. There's the cherry tree of spawn over there. Very nice. Always happy to see that. And getting closer and closer to our goal of having a relatively safe village. It's just so spread out. And so too are my torches. Alright, we got our smelter working. And we have a ton of glowberries that we can use. We have a bunch of bamboo that I'll, like, I don't know, put in a chest and forget about. I don't think I'm ever going to build any more scaffolding again for my whole life. I'm so mad at scaffolding right now. Scaffolding is no longer my best friend. But, importantly, we have come home with tulips, we have come home with amethyst, we have come home with seeds for Garuda, and we have come home with a spyglass. We will give noble Garuda his noble seeds, and we will look at Luca through a spyglass. Is it a bird? An Enderman is whooping and teleporting around. This makes me very upset. I hate their whooping. I hate it so much, but, you know, I can't stop them from doing it. Give Garuda his little ritual seed there. Give Bella Consigliere a pet. Give Luca the boss. The boss's muscle a pet. He's going to be on our shoulder here. But it's time for a dance party, because it's about time for this video to get to an end. This stream, rather. But Luca likes to start dancing at the start, so. In conclusion, you know, very happy with how things have gone in the stream, except for me getting mad about the scaffolding. What are you gonna do? It's fine. Whatever. It was nice getting to see it build outward a couple of blocks. That could be handy. Whether or not I ever use it again, I mean, that's really up in the air. But really happy with the progress on the Lush Cave. I got like 30 berries now, so we're going to be able to get a lot more cool aspects there going on. We might use them like as curtains before the Dripstone Cave there, as a sort of scene transition type of thing, but that'll remain to be seen. I got a couple of errands to run, and need to eat and do laundry, all of the boring stuff that flesh is heir to. But I do plan on coming back and streaming some more tonight, so I hope I'll be able to see you then. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, really hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.